Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Automation Hub Sarthak, and today's video will be something which you might have done it. I did place this video in my Hindi YouTube channel, but today I'll teach you a little bit more about it. I'll just uh, tell you the topic. I've just created a for each loop. Yes, it is a for each loop or advanced for loop, or some people call it mutated for loop. So I'll just showcase how you have to use this for each loop in just writing a simple piece of code, and also we will use uh, this application in automation, how it works. So I'll not write the code in main method. I'll create uh, something here for loop uh, code demo. I'll just create this static method here. So basically for each loop is mostly, some people call it a mutated loop, some people also call it enhanced for loop, some people call it advanced for loop for whatever reasons. But I still believe that mostly with collection it works really well, and it will work with anything, but the application is mostly with this. You can use arrays and objects and all that, so this works really well. I'll just showcase how basically this thing works. So let me create a character array. So I'll just create a character array vowels A, E, I, O, U. So this is my character array, and now I will use, so earlier in the basic for loop, you used to write for int I equals to 0, I less than equals to vowels dot size and all that, and then you to print all that stuff. Here for loop, the syntax becomes much simpler. So again, for is a keyword that you will use. You'll open the parenthesis, and then now the next thing that you need to do is you have to pass the data type. And here, what is the data type? Here the data type is character. Okay, so char. So just write char, and then you pass a certain variable, like you pass I, J, K, L. I'll give here item. Okay, and then you give a colon, which, and then you will invite what you are trying to invite. So the one which is actually the name of the array is vowels, so you'll call this one. Okay, and that's it. You just want to go ahead and print it. System.out.print, let's say you want to keep it in the same line, you just literally go and print the item, as simple as that. Okay, and then I'll call this method here. So now let me run the code. It is working absolutely fine. So for each loop is very easy. um, and let me write another one to showcase. I'll create an integer array. Okay, I'll keep a demarcation line between them. Now let me create an integer array. So int numbers equal to, let's say, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, a very simple integer array. So now let me do certain operations. So first let me okay, so let's say for example you want to print uh, you want to print the array elements as well as add the sum, okay, of all the elements. So that's what you want to do. It's very simple. So let me declare int sum equals to 0. I will initialize some variable as 0. Then I'll use my for loop. So what is the data type here? Int. And let's say for example you give item 1 because item we have used. So anyways, that can also be done here, but I'm changing it to item 1. And now numbers, because that is what you want to call. And now you let us first print, because that is also a part of the question, right? You have to print their elements. So it's very simple. You just print, and that's it. So this will give you the print. Now you want to have the sum, so sum equal to sum plus item 1. Simple. And you don't want it to print everywhere. You want to print the final output. Just come out of the for loop and type here the sum of the int array elements are this. You can simply go ahead and print this value sum. Very easy. Let's execute this code. See, it's coming. So for each loop is extremely simple. There is no big deal. Now, how do we apply for loop in our automation code? That also needs to be done, right? So just go here and go to the Rediff link. Come down, guys. So in the footer section, we have investors as a link, advertise with us, disclaimer, and all these links are there. I'll just right click and inspect this particular footer area. So it is a footer align C, and you will see these are the links that are there, investors and all. So either I can copy this class value and I'll write div dot, paste this. So right, save dot, sorry guys. So now all these links are there. So under this footer link, even though it is one of one, all these links are there. So all these are anchor tags, links. So I'll just go A. So you can see with this CSS selector, you are seeing 11 links. You can get them by tag name A, but I don't want to. I'll just go with this particular area. So I'm just using this CSS selector. So I'll simply go and write my code. So for this one, I'll just give a system.out.println, and I'll just keep a demarcation line, and I'll go and write here my code, public static web driver. Okay, so you come here, driver equals to new Chrome driver. Okay, then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, driver dot get your https rediff.com. This one is saved. Now what? You want all these links to be together. So driver dot, you want to list it, driver dot find elements by dot CSS selector. And what is the CSS selector, guys? This is a CSS selector. Control C, come here, Control V. Now this find elements method will return a list of web element type. So you can say footer links equal to this. Import this from java.util. Okay, now let's say for example you want to print how many links are actually there. So you can say total number of footer links are footer links dot size. So okay, I uppercase, sorry. So now this is done. Now if now you still want to use this particular for loop, so let's say for example the total number of links it will give, for example you want to print each of those links, all these links you want to print, uh, advertise with us, disclaimer, privacy, Rediff Labs, sitemap. So here we use a for each loop or an advanced for loop. Now what is the data type or the thing which is actually the object? Here we have web element. Okay, and let's say here you give the name as links, and what it is calling footer links. And it's very simple, just go system.out.println links.getText, sorry, So using for each loop, you can do all these things. So I will show you now, even though this code will execute, and then you will see, and I'll close the driver. Okay. So right click, run as Java application. You see, all the links are, all the links have been printed. Simple. No. So this is how you can use your for each loop or advanced for loop or mutated for loop or enhanced for loop in automation as well. If you want, you can go ahead and click on each and every one of them and go to that particular web page, come back, take care of the stale element reference exception, and then do your code. I think I've put all those videos there. You can just go ahead and watch it. But again, totally depends. If you want to click on each and every link, whether you want to go for a for each loop or a traditional for loop. I would generally go for a traditional for loop if I want to click on each and every link and rather use this as an int so that I can iterate over each. This one probably you'll have to use JavaScript executor, and you have to, accordingly manage the uppercase, not the uppercase, sorry, you have to manage the manage the coordinates of the web page. Come scroll down and then you click on it, and then you will also have to handle the web element, the the weight conditions of particular web elements. So all those things that you have to do, but again, it is up to you. If you want to go ahead and do that, please go ahead and do that. So this is a simple explanation of how to use for loop. You can use this as a code as well, and this is how you apply that logic in automation. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Sarthak, and this is my channel Automation Hub Sarthak. Please continue subscribing and watching my videos. Thank you so much. Sarthak is signing off.